What's up, people? Y'all tuning into the Just Send It podcast. This is episode 14, I believe. And I'm
Yep.
here. Yeah, we deep. Yeah. Yeah,
Dang,
the Birdman hand rub. Yeah, we
I
we
gotta,
getting
I
up there.
gotta catch up. I might have to catch up.
Man, I need to get more people on here, man, for real. But this is episode 14, and y'all know the Just Send It podcast is the podcast created to generate debate, change perspectives, and just to have timeless conversations. So without further ado, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Blue Troll on the pod this week. So shout out to
Just
him.
call me Blue. Saying Blue Troll all out together make me feel like I need to change my name. But I might just stick with Blue for a while.
Man, we got
Um,
Blue Troll 22, the Troll King,
BT, Troll King. You know. Let me
Mr.
stop.
Mr. Petty, the Agents of Chaos, whatever you want to call him.
Yo, we do this, yo. You
The,
know it.
the
You
guy with
already
the
know.
petty beard. That's you.
What? You just grew yours back out.
You never
Petty
had
Twan in the building.
out
Come on,
of
yo.
all the years I known you, you never had a beard, and now you got a beard now. So the pettiness
Barely.
is
I
here.
still gotta let this grow in a little something. I got the goatee or whatever. I gotta get it shaved up though. I gotta get this cut off, yo. I really do.
But this is episode 14, and we're gonna get into the show. So without further ado, cue the intro, please. What's good, fam? You alright, man? You chilling, man? Yeah, yo, I'm good, yo. You know, Gucci, you know, out here maintaining, trying to do my thing, yo. Good to know, man. What's good, fam? You good? Yeah, I'm good, yo. Try and flood the streets or whatever. You know how we do, man. We just try, we try to elevate. Briefcase state of mind, So this is episode 14. I got Kev in the building, man, and I guess Kev got a very interesting story to talk to tell. So you go. Well, first introduce yourself and then get into your story, man. This shit is
All
funny right
right.
here.
How y'all doing, everybody? It's me. It's Blue Troll 22, BT, whatever. I stream it whatever on Twitch. And I may be wild tweeting on Twitter.
You do be
They
wild
put me
tweeting,
in Twitter jail for 12 hours. They put me in Twitter jail for 12 hours, yo.
cutting up.
Because I talked about the Jiraiya death, and I guess people was mad. Somebody had to report me. But
Yep.
my name is Kevin Carr. So the story is because I was telling the homie Twan, I was telling Riley the Jenga Man Escobar,
Chill, man.
you
Chill.
know. It's just like all right, matter of fact, what's the main topic today? What's the main topic?
So I don't know. So I think this is going to be this a guy's perspective.
This is guy perspective.
I made a guy perspective part one a little bit. I was touching on some stuff.
Yeah.
But this may be, just a guy perspective on some things. Because sometimes you need that. You feel me? That is kind of like missing nowadays in the world. So like it's good that we get a chance to really talk and give our perspective on it and get canceled because of it. But it is what it is.
I'm about to get canceled. So
hey yo, I'm
All
here
right,
for
look,
it, man.
so-
It is what it is.
so like I was telling Riley because I got off work today, fairly my normal time, 7 o'clock. I do, phone repair, all that stuff. So I was talking about girl in the car. Because I could sense something was off this morning. And I spoke up on it. All right. I spoke up on it. And it was just more so about like, it was something she did last night. I'm not gonna really say it was small, but it did annoy me. And you can tell when somebody get annoyed, their mood changed, the whole atmosphere changed and everything. So, but she didn't speak up on about it. And honestly, you know how old couples is. You won't go to sleep, mad at each other, whatever. Boy, I was knocked out. I was knocked out. So before she could really say anything about it, like, it really didn't fully like get resolved. I woke up perfectly fine. Like it's something that she did, that annoyed me. So I woke up fine. It wasn't that serious. But you know how it can be sometimes. Like she knows how I am because we've been together for 3 years.
Yep.
So sometimes if certain things haven't been talked about or resolved, I may wake up perfectly fine, but she may not know that I'm fine.
Okay.
So she's still in her head like, Is he
Is he
okay?
okay?
Is it cool to
Yeah.
talk to him? Is it cool to address it? Like, because she felt the guilt of that. Because I didn't do anything this time. Remember, like it was how I felt.
That's
But anyway,
this time.
fast forward to
That's
this time. That's this time. So fast forward to she dropped me off home, and we was talking about things, just on the way back, and I kind of got this revelation that like women are like the Telltale game series, like, and I just thought about it when I was telling you about the story. Like, women are kind of like the Telltale game series. Not saying they're games, but it's just the fact that in every Telltale game series, there's always a choice that you gotta make, from Telltale Batman to Walking Dead to Wolf Among Us.
The Game of Thrones.
You have to make choices. Game of Thrones was some man. Game of Thrones made me mad.
Yo, that
Game of Thrones made me mad.
Though.
But it's always a decision you gotta make, and you always get this one prompt.
Oh,
they will remember this. They will remember this every single time. They will remember this. So it's like, women, or at least I'm not even just saying women. I'm saying when you're in a relationship, everything you do, they will remember this.
They will remember
that happens on every decision. That's not just every other. They will remember this. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing, they will remember this. So it's like you talk about certain things enough, and sometimes some certain things you talk about will break you. Right? They get you out of there. But what I find men and women alike are not used to, because it doesn't happen enough before the plug is pulled, is change behavior.
Okay.
So you're conditioned, like already you're gonna react to how you think I'm gonna react.
Right. So
immediately you're thinking you did this, I'm gonna get annoyed. So I'm bracing myself for the impact of him being annoyed. I'm bracing myself for the impact of her about to yell at me. Right?
That's not always what it is, but yeah.
And it doesn't always happen, but when we talked about certain things, because the one thing I had to realize is that certain behaviors or certain ways I react, create that.
They will remember this.
It's going to trigger certain reactions from her.
You got to be careful.
You got to be careful, right? So it may be times where like I may be expressing myself too much, and she may feel like I'm getting on it, or I may be getting on it, right?
Right.
Because I feel some type of way. I want you to know that I feel some type of way. And then there's other times where, okay, if you feel like if certain things happen and she like mad, because you keep getting on her or whatever, then you kind of learn to, I'm gonna chill a little bit. I'm not gonna express how I feel. So now she's like, you're not telling me how you feel, and then it just bottled up, and it's like, yo, when I expressed to you how I felt,
you can be.
This is how you reacted. Yeah, this is how you reacted, because but it's like when I'm not really expressing it, then you like, babe, like, what's going on? Talk to me. I want to know how you feel. You're not telling me how you feel, right? So the one thing I've been doing effectively, in my opinion, is navigating that little sweet spot between both.
Yep.
Because it's just like to the point where it's like, okay, you want me to talk about certain things, but you're not asking me. Like, if you feel like things aren't okay, ask me, and I'll be honest with you. Like, nah, things aren't okay, or nah, I feel like this. I'll tell you. I will tell you. Or if you not in the mood for real, don't force yourself to. And this is just
to listen or to try to be open. Like, if you're not with it,
I'm
not
talking sexually. I'm talking sexually at this point. if you don't really feel it, don't force yourself to like don't feel obligated to like do it still, even when your head not really in it, and you're not really gonna enjoy it as much as me, just because I want to do it.
Right.
Which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's just like, yo, you still want you still mad, you still
chill.
Upset. like, and this is in general, because this is speaking across all relationships I've been in. This is not just this one. It's just like, dang, what I do now, or dang, I thought we was cool. Or it could be the job that's affecting her, or it could be family that's affecting her. And it's like, dang, I gotta face the repercussions of that, So you're not gonna be in the mood when I'm trying to run with me.
So because the thing is, like, you should already, like, you should always create like a bubble, a peace around you, right? Like a equal, like this peaceful, good vibes and good spirit around you. And like when she kind of like step into your Sequoian, like she get the byproduct of that, right?
Yeah. And I will admit, it's times where it hasn't been like that. So it's like it's times where that doesn't happen, where it's like, okay, yeah, you dealing with that, but it's like, yo, like, you not, I don't feel like you like really looking at how I feel or what I want to do. But it's like, yo, I had to like kind of step back about that. It's like, yo, I'm being kind of selfish for real, because like I want this, or I feel annoyed, or I feel this way because I want this, but I'm not looking at the contributing factors of what's going on with her. Want her to have her not wanting to do certain things, right? So over time, like when I took a step and like really looked introspectively, I'm like, yo, okay, Kev, you gotta chill, right? So it's just like, now that I'm not reacting to certain situations the same way, it's like it's like always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I just had to realize, like, I contributed to that. Every decision I made, every way I reacted, every time I got annoyed, every time I felt some type of way, she took that reaction in.
Right.
So it's like
that,
now,
so now she's waiting for that.
They will remember this, right?
Because crazy, that's crazy. Because like,
so it's like the way it is right now, right? It's like, now that I'm exhibiting changed behavior, now that I'm not reacting the same way, it's like, okay, we talked about this for the umpteenth time, and finally I'm upholding my end of the bargain.
You get
but
it
I
now.
Need you to uphold your end. So I said that I would do this, and I told you everything I would do. Right. But you're still reacting already like I'm going to react to how I did in the past. Again, I contributed to this. I will admit it. So it's like, now that I'm not reacting that way, I need you to believe that I'm not going to react that way. Because if you don't believe I'm going to react that way, you're still going to give off that negative reaction as if I did that when I did something else. I'm like, all right,
because you leveled up in the game, because like y'all been in a relationship for 3 years, right? Because the same thing happened to me. And like in the beginning stages of like the relationships, I made a lot of like bad decisions that they will remember this, of course. But like I took my lumps early. Like I learned my lessons real quickly and early. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I won't make that mistake again, or I won't do that again. Yeah. And I learned it real quickly. And going forward, it kind of makes things a little bit better, you know, when you're in a longer relationship.
Of course.
When you learn your lesson real quickly, it makes it a little bit better. But that's kind of how guys learn in terms of romantic relationships, is we make a mistake. Not a drastic mistake, but we make a mistake or be inconsiderate or be kind of selfish, and like we take our lumps, we take our L, and then when we go to make the mistake again, or about to make the mistake, we think like, hold up, maybe I shouldn't touch the stove because it's hot. You feel
chill.
me? Let me chill, right?
And that's kind of how it was. But it's like,
that's growth though. That's growth right there.
Yeah, but it goes deeper, right? Because not only is it everything that you've done, right? Not only is it every single way that I reacted, but anytime they've been in a similar relationship or been in a similar not relationship, similar situation. Anytime they've been in a similar situation with, whether that be a significant other, a family member, a friend,
that past trauma,
they expect that past trauma. They expect you to react like everybody else did. And sometimes you're going to react like everybody else did. So then when you react like everybody else did, they expect that even more from you. So when you finally start exhibiting change behavior, like, you know what, I'm not going to react that way. I'm going to think it out. I gotta look at the other end. And when you do, and they don't expect it, again, they react the way that they think you're going to react to it. Like they give that, because it's trauma, like basically. And it's like, my last boyfriend or my friends react this way, and you reacted this way before, so I expected you to react the same way. And so you're not happy that I reacted differently, and it's not like you're not okay with me reacting differently because it's more positive. It's just the fact that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop for me to do the same thing I did before. And it's just like, yo.
My thing with the past trauma thing is like, if you dating anybody that is older in a way, like we're not 18, 19 no more. We kind of like 27, 28,
going on 30,
30s, right?
Knees cracking.
So by now, like if you dating or talking to somebody, then it's a good possibility that they face at least 1 or 2, 3 heartbreaks and got past trauma and baggage. That's just the thing with dating, like people that's more older. They have more past trauma and baggage that they probably didn't, come to terms with. They didn't reflect, they didn't come to terms with. So it can be the smallest thing that would just trigger them. And it can be something that you caused or something that somebody, an ex-boyfriend caused or whatever.
Or both.
Right? Or both, or a parent caused, right? And you may catch the smoke. Like they'll put the gun on you for real. And you be looking like, damn, that's my first offense. Like, what the?
Yeah.
You gotta think though, is like, it's past trauma. Like maybe she been in this situation before and I'm just catching the smoke. So sometimes you just gotta take the charge. Like, you know what?
You gotta take the charge and talk about it later.
You got me, like, fam.
But like this case is different, right? Like I said, I contributed to this. So the only way I can help the situation is, again, continue and change behavior. So I had to talk. I was like, we talked about this like months ago or like a month ago. And I'm keeping my end of the bargain. Like I said,
right.
I'm making sure I look at the way I look at things. I'm making sure I don't react certain ways that cause you to react this way.
Right.
I don't expect any type of changes overnight, but it's like, I need you to not keep thinking that when's the other shoe gonna drop. I need you to keep your end. So your end of the bargain is, if you perceive that I feel some type of way, ask me and I'll tell you the truth. If you're not feeling up to certain things, whether that be talking, chilling, bucking, like if you're not feeling up to it, tell me. Don't force your way through the motions, or I'm getting into it. We trying to and whole time my mind's in it. I'm focused on it, but your mind is somewhere else. You still feeling some type of way. So and when you could just tell me, and then we can just chill, we can talk or whatever, and basically I learn how you truly feel. You don't have to match how you feel. Because what happened is like this, right? It's like, because you told me this and I used to react that same way, or because you did this and I used to react the same way, you're expecting that when you tell me or open up to me or do what I just asked you to do, keep your end of the bargain, that I'm going to react how I did in the past. When the past few times, maybe that topic or subject came on, or the past few times you did something, I reacted positively. I reacted the way that I said I would when we talked about it. So I need you to keep your end of the bargain. Do that. Tell me. Keep being open with me. And I, will keep giving those reactions, those positive reactions.
It just take a while, man. Like
it take a while.
If you've been doing dirt for 2 years and then like 3 years, you finally like start to exhibit change behavior. It's probably gonna take 2 to 3 years of that change behavior that you've been doing for them to finally get it. Like, okay, this is a different version of Kev that I'm experiencing.
Like he's being more mature. He's making certain decisions. But hold on, let me disclaimer. There's no dirt being done. I'm just not reacting to situations how I used to. Just gotta put that out there.
Like being inconsiderate and selfish in situations.
For all the female viewers,
can be kind of like dirty. It's not something like cheating or like sleeping around or not like that, or being financially infidelity and stuff like that. But like sometimes being like selfish and inconsiderate and just like, I want what I want and I want it now. Like that can.
It's my money and I want it now, like that JG Wentworth.
The thing that made me kind of like switch like my mental in terms of like, okay, how I see long distance relationships, not long distance, but long term 3 or 4 year relationships, was Granddad, right? Granddad, I was going downstairs and I was washing clothes, and he was just like, "Yo, how you doing? You know, how you and Shorty doing and everything?" I'm like, man, like she mad and upset about such and such that did that. Can you know how it is? And my granddad said, like, yeah, like your grandmother get upset about stuff too, like, or I don't want to go to the church like every Sunday with her at times. I want to do some other stuff. But he said it doesn't matter really who's right or wrong. At the end of the day, it really just matters, like, are y'all happy? And like, what's going to contribute to y'all being happy, right? And I was like, dang, granddad, like, that's some real profound shit, right?
Real, yeah.
So every time, like, Shorty would get upset, I be quick to, I treat this shit just like lawyers do, like criminals do. I be looking like, yo, what I need to do to get out of this situation? Like, do I need make 3 pound dates? Do I need to come through with some wine, cake? Do I need to put some wood on you? Do you need some hint? What can we do to resolve this situation? But once it get resolved, like, what is gonna make you happy? And once this situation get resolved, we are over it and we back to our regular schedule.
Because when it don't really work like that sometimes. It only work like that like early on, or like it's like I put it like this. I hate making video game references all the time, but you know, in certain games, certain tools got a certain amount of durability, right? So it's like it's only a certain amount of times that this is going to work before you got to like build a new one or you got to upgrade it, right? So it's like, what can I do to fix the situation for right now? You know, but you can only do it but so much. So you got to like find different ways to fix it so that you don't wear that same tool out.
See,
because once you wear that tool out, you can't use it no more.
See, a lot of times situations could be solved with just some heat. A lot of times situations can be solved with some heat, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of like the cheat code. But sometimes you got to do other stuff. You feel me? Like, oh, I really need you to go to this function with my mother, stuff like that. Or the next family function, I need you to go with me to that joint. You looking like, okay, that's gonna make you happy? Like, yeah, that's gonna make me happy. Like, all right, word, you got me. But it's once we make that deal and we shake on it and you get some heat or something, all right, that problem is over. We back to our regular scheduled programming, which is having fun, chilling, having good time until the next situation. But the crazy thing is, like, and I don't know if I said it in this part or the last part, another part. Sometimes girls, they do, like, they mess up in the relationship or they do something inconsiderate and like they don't be trying to take the
First thing they do, either they try to argue it to a 50-50, like, yeah, I know I did this, but you did this. That's why I did that. Or they immediately just throw their cheeks at you.
Right.
Like,
they try to get it. They try to get it over. Don't deny the cheeks. Don't never
they
deny
know
the
you
cheeks.
mad. They know you mad at them. You looking at the other way. Next thing you know, they scooching over, putting the cheeks on you.
Don't deny the cheeks. If you deny the cheeks, you definitely that 50-50 they just try and get to you, they gonna get there.
They gonna get it, because they gonna be like, 50-50. Well, I tried to, you know, you be like, yo, you was just trying to have sex. And she's like, no, I just wanted to get you to talk to me. I just wanted to talk. And I didn't know how to say it. So I figured, you know, throwing a cheek at you a little bit, you know, or get you to say something to me so we can talk. But you said no. You didn't even want me. You didn't even care.
You denied me. You rejected me. You rejected me. And then it's like, man, like, I didn't mean to reject you, baby. Next thing you know, you looking at the playback, and you looking like, damn, like,
she hit you with the trap card. She hit you with the trap card.
How the hell did I catch the mirror force? You looking like, damn, like, she good.
It be like that.
And you just gotta let it ride. And you gotta let it ride.
You gotta let it ride. Nothing else you can do. You lost already.
Now, there was one time, right? I think you was with me. It was one time when the mirror force didn't work. I had the negate attack. Remember, we was I forgot, I got out of work early or something like that, and I was hitting the afters downtown, right? And I asked Shorty, I was like, yo, I got off of work, you know, I'm going to afters, meet me at afters. She was like, okay, cool. I go through the tunnel, come out, I'm downtown now, I'm walking to the afters, I get a message, come to the phone, bloop, bloop. Oh, I gotta do something with my little sis, I'm not gonna be able to meet you down there. All right, cool. Like, you gotta do something with them niggas.
That's understandable.
Like, you know how them niggas was. But them annoying niggas, okay, cool. I'm gonna move around. I straight called the homie, Kev, you know I'm going to after, bro. You trying to come through here and get some ice cream? Kev was like, yeah,
You
sure.
already know.
I'm on my way, man. I'm in route. Cool. I'm already at the shop. All of his bloop bloop. I'm on my way down there. Like, change the plans. I'm on my way down there. So you had plans with me, then you canceled your plans on me to do something with someone else. Then you reactivated the plans that you had with me after I made plans with someone else. So I'm looking like, damn, like I knew them niggas was flaky from the beginning, right? So I knew they was gonna flake on you anyway. And so they wound up flaking on you and fucking up my plans for us. We could have had some good ice cream and had a good chill day, but it didn't. So Kev get down there first. Yo, what's up, Twan? I'm like, man, yo, you know, she messing with them, the fam again. You know, they being inconsistent in that wild shit. It's affecting us. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Sure to get here. Hey, I give it a church hug. Like, you know how they could tell something. I give it a church hug. She looking like, this nigga mad. I was mad. I was hot too. I was hot. Yo was like, yo, you really gonna give me a church hug? I'm like, what's up with you, babe? You know how you kiss him on the forehead, you don't kiss him. You know. Yeah, like nigga, like I'ma be mad. Yo was like that's really how you treat me? Like, yo, nigga, you just canceled with me, reneged and canceled. You was flaky on me. Like, that's crazy. Yo wanna being mad at me downtown. I'm looking like, how the hell are you mad? Cause I'm mad. This is my turn to be mad.
That's how it be, yo. They get mad at you for being mad, and it's like, yo, you not gonna own up what you're in.
I try to squash it.
I'm mad because, you know, it's
me. I try to squash it to a 50-50. I was like, you know what? You know, it wasn't really like that. I didn't like the fact that he was flaky on me and over them people that don't really be reliable and be caring for you like that. Like, that's what that was about. Yo still like mad. I say, yo, like, I just reneged it, man. Like, I'm trying to bring it back to a 50-50. Like, why are you still mad? Like, hold it down. Yo was still mad. Yo was mad and acting out in public. Yo never acted out in public with me ever again. Like, yo walking off, hitting me with the shoulder shrug. Like I'm looking like, yo, babe, slow down. Like, hitting me with the stick, the cold shoulder.
The Uzi.
Man, I really stopped, looked up, really thought about that shit. Like, man, I had a good day. Up to this point. Now I got my girl down the harbor walking off on me, making a scene off a light street. The homie cab down here, he's seeing it. He's seeing it with the what they call it, the boondocks face wouldn't let that happen to me though, with the lip leaning to the side.
Hey, I mean, it was happening to me though.
I'm looking like I'm looking like a real fool down here. I say, you know what, man? Fuck it then. Be mad. And just walked off. That just made yo even madder. Like, yo walked to Charles Street, I walked to Shot Tower. I was like, fuck it, be mad. I had, of course I was in trouble later on, but like, I was like, yo, that felt so good. I said, fuck it, be mad.
It'd be mad. Like that, yo, because it'd be like, yo, like, I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset. And instead of taking the measures to tend to me, like, come to me, like, and understand why I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
You get mad.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care or address why I'm mad.
Exactly.
You get mad. So it's just, you know, but I mean, like I said, like when it comes to, you know, my current relationship, I've been having to unlearn certain behaviors because I realized that they were having a negative impact on my relationship. They're still having a negative impact, but I'm keeping my end of the bargain.
It's more good than bad, though.
Yeah, way more good than bad. Like,
and it just, I think, like, y'all actually, this is not your longest relationship, but like, this is like the second kind of like relationship.
I mean, it's my second relationship period
that made it more than 3 years. So it just like, those kind of relationships is kind of weird. Like, of course, you know, the first 2 years is kind of like cool and sweet, but then by the third year, y'all done everything and kind of seen everything. So it's like,
and it's just navigating new paths. But the thing is like, I always say this: because like for me, this is how it is. It's like the first year is great, but second year, maybe like halfway through the second year, honestly, for me as a guy, I'm figuring out, do I still want this, or am I wasting my time? Because you got to look at it. You're only getting older. She's only getting older. You don't want to waste your time, and you don't want her to waste your time. So it's like you kind of start to think like first year is cool, whatever. You can goof off first year, whatever. But
so you still thinking like
the second year, yeah, like you still like, yo, I really like this girl, I really dig it. And then the second year is like, yo, do I want to marry this girl? Is this girl marriageable? Like, can I see myself white picket fence, house, car, dog, kids, like the whole 9 yards?
Right.
And if you can't see that honestly, if you can't see that in a girl when you first start getting
when
older,
you first see her,
like you shouldn't even pursue it. But it's like, it's more so the matter if you saw it when y'all was together the first year, can you still see it? And if you can't still see it, you might as well just cut the cord and let her know, like, look, I still love you, I still got love for you, but I can't see the thing that I once saw.
Hit her with the corporate stuff. I want to go in a different direction.
I'm gonna be real. Like, it was really hard to do because honestly, my last relationship, I wanted to cut it at like year 3, to be real. But me being how I am, like I'm telling you right now, being perseverant, if that's a word, or having a bunch of perseverance, yo, like it's a double-edged sword, because it's like you see things are clearly not working. You got a bunch of red flags, and you still trying to make it work.
It just being
that's
hopeful.
What happened with me.
Like guys be trying. A lot of guys be being hopeful. Like hopefully, like it'll come around, and hopefully, like you think ladies are hopeful, but guys are hopeful too. Like they be looking like maybe she'll come around, maybe she'll learn how to cook. You know, maybe maybe she'll see it. Maybe she'll see it kind of like my way. Like maybe this happened. It's like I think it's called the one day clause. Like one day this will happen, but like sometimes one day never comes.
And that's the thing. And then it's like it just. I'm not gonna lie. My last relationship, I honestly wasted 2 to 3 years, because I wouldn't give up. I'm gonna be real.
At one point, you was just there.
The one thing is,
like you just there for the cheap.
Oh, definitely. But then the oasis dried up, so I had to move on. So like, but for real, like it's just being too hopeful. But like in this current relationship, I'm still unlearning certain things. And by me unlearning certain things and doing things differently, I'm hoping that it'll allow her to unlearn certain things.
Because you got past trauma too.
And for her to come, lots. But I've been working through that, and it's a blessing when you can look back on your past relationship and actually use that for lessons in your current one, without looking back, being all heartbroken and hurt. Because certain things that I do now, I realize, okay, I did back then and I'm getting the same reaction. I gotta like work it differently. Or even certain lessons, learned back then, like every relationship that you've been in should
take with you. Yeah, facts.
And that's kind of how it's been. It's like I've been learning more and more as I've been in this relationship, and I've been learning a bunch of different things. I look back on when I was with Shorty, who shall not be named. I look back and I'm like, yo, that was really effed up. Like some things that I did. And it's like, okay, I get why certain things happen the way they did with that. And I take it with me every single time, you know, and it's just learning. So it's like, I'm unlearning certain things I've done now, trying to change behaviors, because in me doing that allows her to see and open up like, yo, okay, he really is keeping this end of the bargain. I can trust this. Let me not keep thinking that the other shoe is going to drop. Not keep thinking he's going to react the same ways. And in that, you grow closer again. Not saying we're not close, but things like just gradually get better the more you keep up those positive learned behaviors.
Didn't they say like a diamond is formed under pressure? You feel me? So like,
oh yes,
yeah, definitely like this. This is kind of like like martial artists, how they keep on like they develop strong punches and strong bones because of the multiple fractures. So it's kind of like that. So it shouldn't just fucking break you and then y'all cancel it and go in your own directions. They should kind of like strengthen your relationship in a way, because it's an everyday fight, and not just being boyfriend and girlfriend. Like people who are married, they say like every day is a challenge to stay in it and stick with it. It's not just like once you get married, that's the end of the game and everything is just smooth sailing downhill. They said it get more difficult when you married.
And that's the mentality like I keep, right? So I look at it like this. In all relationships, whether that's friendships, rather, well, in every aspect of life, like me wanting to be a content creator, do Twitch, trying to increase social media presence, things like that. Whether that's when, you at your job, you in your relationships, you with your girl, you got new friends, every aspect of your life, but especially in your relationship, the fact is that you never stop working in your relationship.
Yep.
Ever. And the moment you both stop working, or one of y'all stop working, your relationship's gonna plateau. And that's what happened. With my past relationship, it's times where I stopped and she was still, going and going and going. And then it got to a point where she just gave up, and I'm still trying to work in. And I always said like, yo, I want to be better than when we, first started dating. I want us to keep going up. I always want to be better than when we first started.
That's a good mentality to have. Yeah. And
that's how I am, because I'm the long-term relationship type of dude. I tried a whole phase and ended up in my current relationship. So
ended up simping. There's nothing wrong with simping, bro. But I would never simp.
Oh, not for the one I'm with now. But it's just relationships are constant work. And if you think that, all right, you got her, everything is good now. No, you have to work every day to keep her. You have to earn her.
Especially with headband out here.
Man, headband, tank top, tiger, sport coat.
Anyone, your girl get pressed on a daily basis
Dudes on the job. I'm pretty sure when you and Ash was working together, it was dudes already plotting. Like, I'm pretty sure. When
me and Shorty was working together, they was like, yo, you should holler at Ash. I said, she go with my man. It's like, no. I'm good. They was looking like, yo, you know the dude? Like, yeah, I know the dude. Like, can a dude fight? I said, nah, he can't fight. Like, I beat him.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me Wednesday morning fight night, I ain't high you on the corner? That's crazy.
I remember.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
I remember I beat your body with a couple. I remember I beat your body with a couple of those uppercuts. You retreated.
Weak.
But like. I be like, nah, like that's my my man's girl right there, man. Like they got something pretty solid, pretty good, and just this nigga just need to propose. Not
the shotgun.
I'm just saying, like, nigga gotta get the shotgun. Like he gotta make an honest woman out of her. Facts. Like, and he need to listen more, cause this nigga don't be listening. You don't be listening. You know that. You get in trouble too much. you get in trouble too much for stuff that you know.
I get in trouble because I be having a point though.
Because you be like you be having the game messed up. You know the game, but you looking like, and you know how to play it to win. But sometimes you looking like, man, I want to play it my way. I don't want to play a game the way it's supposed to be played. I want to play it my way, like to show that I can play it my way. And it's like, bro, you can't play it that way. Like if you want to get some cheeks, you gotta do something. You gotta do something that's good that she appreciate, and then you'll be blessed with cheeks on the back end. But you want to get the cheeks first, and then do something good on the back end. And it's like that's not how it works.
Look, man.
I'm a
living cheat code.
Then you be bartering like, yo, you really not gonna give me the cheeks, yo. He's like, yo, come on. So you really not gonna give me the cheeks? So we really about to do this. I'm about to get the cheeks.
I'm a living cheat code.
When you know
play it my way.
When you know the game goes, like you gotta do something thoughtful and grateful first, and then you'll be blessed with the cheeks on the back end.
But playing the game the way it's supposed to be played is no fun when you're too good at it. I need a challenge. I'm a living cheat code. Man, that's how it is.
I ain't messing with you, but let's get into the topic, right? So the main reason why I really brought Kev on the show, because I need his help with something. Actually, a friend of mine, she actually needs his help. So hopefully hearing it from him and not just hearing it from me will be enough. So here we go. So let's get into it. So I was talking to my friend, right, and she always happened to get triggered when she hear the term that you got to treat a pretty girl like she's regular. Like I think Mega said on one of his verse, even though you ain't a plain Jane, I treat them all the same. Knock the worm out the frame, right? And she happened to hear that when she was on the pod, right? And she was like, yeah, and she was like, man, let me get off this joint before I get triggered. And I'm looking like, that triggers you? And she was like, yeah, that kind of triggers me. Like, why would you treat a pretty girl like she's regular, right? And I told her, like, yo, like if as a guy, is a very useful and important strategy amongst men if they want to initiate a conversation with her or they want to kind of pique her interest. But right here, I'm tagging you in, bro. You let her have it. You talk to her, cause like, tell them what's up. What do you think?
All right. First off, as men, our DMs ain't really getting hit like that, unless you like a Idris Elba type of nigga, or you like a Shamar Moore. Your DMs ain't really getting hit like that. So we are attuned to certain frequencies. Now, what's point? But the way we are is we can turn any perceived loss into a W.
That's a fact.
You can hit my comments, or you can hit my DMs and be like, don't nobody want to hear that, or you ugly anyways, and be like, okay. You can hit it with a Russell Westbrook, the thank you, I'm grateful. You can hit it with the, oh really? But I'm ugly, but you hot in my DMs to say this to me, right? And she'd be like, excuse me? And it's like, yeah, like what's up? Next thing you know, you'll find yourself like either in an actual conversation or she keep being belligerent. But as long as you keep the interactions up, and then eventually one day y'all might agree on something. You might just come across a random post, y'all might agree on something. And you might hit, you already have your end because she hopped in your DM first. So no matter what, you already have the end. So that one time y'all agree on something and you see, you like, all right, she bad anyways. She got a little attitude. Oh, we agreed on this? Hop in the DMs, send a screenshot. Because in this day and age, screenshots in the court of law, the online court, screenshots is evidence.
Yeah, people.
That's how it is.
Screenshots, but yeah.
Now, sidebar. I ain't gonna lie. People do be deleting messages, then taking a screenshot.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
But you can take a screenshot of the junk, take a screenshot, and send it to her like, yo. So I see for once we agree on something. And she may say something like, oh, you still ugly though. Be like, look, shorty, I came here with the olive branch on peace. Like what's up? What's up?
Olive branch. Yeah.
What's up? And if she take the olive branch, you win. It's like an agent of Hydra, bruh. The whole time she popped in, she ain't know.
Hell Hydra.
He was already with Hydra. Hell Hydra. Next thing you know, you at afters getting the frozen yogurt, laughing and joking, finding out that y'all got more in common than you think. Next thing you know, second date, you getting that cheeks. Whole time it started from an insult from her end saying you ugly anyways, and it got to that. Dudes know how to turn perceived losses into W's,
right? And I was telling her, I was like, yo, if she's pretty, like even if she's okay-ish, but if she's really pretty and you jump into the DMs like, wow, you're
hey, beautiful.
Hey beautiful, you're pretty, you look really great, I love you, whatever. They see like 2,000 of that, or if you double tapping all the pictures or heart eyes and all the pictures, they not responding back to your heart eyes and your double taps with like conscious thought, like, oh damn, you think I'm pretty? You know what you think it's pretty about me? You feel me? They're not doing that. They just double tapping. I feel like your double tap, your heart eyes, and then whatever, and saying thank you and accept the message, or they might not even reply to it. So I said what guys typically do is they just treat girls like they regular initially when they first meet them. Super pretty girl, like she's kind of like a school teacher. You feel me? Like she's a principal, right? And that will pique your interest because you're not used to that. You know, the whole point of the game from a guy perspective is to be the outlier. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. You want to kind of be the outlier, whether you dress different, whether you talk different, whether you move different, and like treating her regular, you know, is different. It's not being disrespectful. Now you could be treating her disrespectful, because some guys do the disrespectful route and try to make that into a W, but some guys just be like,
it worked though.
It works.
Not saying it's right, but
I'm not saying it's right, but it works. But some guys just be like, okay, I'm just going to ignore the fact that I'm gonna put my glasses on and ignore the fact that she's caked up and caked out and she's beautiful, and I'm just gonna treat her like she's a regular person. And then you'd be surprised how it goes. Next thing you know, like, yo, you like ice cream? I know a spot. You trying to go?
Yeah, because they definitely be double cheeked up and caked out. Like it's crazy. But the way I look at it like this, right? What was you about to say?
I was gonna say like why is it bad to treat a pretty girl like she's pretty initially? Like, why is it a bad thing?
Okay, so here's the way I look at it, right? Because like I love sociology and I love psychology. So here's the way I look at it. You know, I don't have a degree, but here's the way I look at it. I feel like the more not saying it's wrong to tell a girl she's beautiful, she's pretty, because she is. Cool, fine. But a lot of women be wanting the princess treatment, and it's like when everybody treats you like a princess, eventually you want to be treated like a regular person. Okay. And the fact of the matter is
that's hard.
That I feel like the more that like these women, you see it on Instagram, you see it on Twitter all the time. The more they're bad, and they're told every time. They have a bunch of DMs. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? You so pretty. I want to get to know you. You know, and sometimes they clap back like, okay, what's so pretty about me? And they be like, and stutter and fumble the bag.
And jammed you up.
but the way it is, because you don't expect her to respond. But the fact is so many of these beautiful women, okay, and everybody has their own types. But I'm just gonna say, for the sake of being general, so many of these women, I feel like they get so many DMs, so whether that's on their looks, and it'd be shallow DMs, you know, whether it be their looks, whether it be their bodies, you know, or anything. It's like, yo, you're giving me compliments on my outer. You don't really know me. You saying you want to get to know me. I could be crazy. I could be a murderer, right?
That's true.
So they're used to getting really, really shallow compliments about how pretty they are, to the point where they become desensitized to the word.
Yeah.
You know you're pretty.
That's a fact.
You know you're bad. Okay? You already know this. And some women can be kind of stuck up about it. And you know, and men can be that way too. But for the sake of the conversation, some women can be stuck up about it. And it's not saying that it's arrogant to know that you're pretty and you're beautiful. No. Know that you're pretty, know that you're beautiful, know that you look great. But when everybody around you keeps saying it, okay, I know what's different. You got anything different to say to me other than I'm pretty, I'm beautiful? No, you don't have any substance or any type of conversation for me. Right. Like, you is there anything else you want to talk about besides how pretty I am? Like, it get annoying, and that's why a lot of dudes don't get replies in their DMs. So the one dude that treat them regular, say they eating ice cream, and the dude recognize the picture, like, oh, like they may DM like with the story, like they see the Instagram story or whatever, and be like, oh, I know that spot, like that spot dope. My favorite flavor is this. Like, you know, I would love to hang out sometime, you know, or even just have conversation with you, right?
You just say that. Because it's like you just say that. You be like
you leave the ball in their court. You don't, like, I look at it like this, right? Because a lot of guys don't get this, and they be like, oh, like shorty being stuck, or why she being like this? You hopped in her space. You took the time out of your day to hop in her DMs. You took the time of your day to comment on her. So at the end of the day, you hopped in her space. So however she react, you really can't get mad, even if you feel like it's uncalled for, which sometimes it is. Yeah, you know, don't get me wrong. You gotta eat that. But it's like at the end of the day, you gotta eat that because you hopped in her space. So if you hopping in there with the dumbness, like, oh, you so pretty, you so beautiful, and she already desensitized to that.
Right.
You gotta be the dude that treat them regular. That's just treat them like a normal human being. Because the thing is the term treat her like they regular isn't necessarily to treat them like they not special, or to treat them like they not good enough, or to treat them like they not better than the rest. That's not what it means to treat them regular. It's simply, you're not treating her like a piece of meat. You're not treating her like an object.
That's how I like that.
You're not objectifying her. Exactly. You get what I mean? You're not objectifying her. By treating her regular, you're treating her like a person, like a human being, like a woman. And then you go from there. And if you get in, then you can start going out of your way doing certain things. But you don't go out of your way doing certain things, doing the most immediately. Stupid.
Right. I start doing the most after I get some give and take. Then I'll say like, oh, because a lot of times they pretty, so they know that they get a lot of DMs and they get a lot of attention and a lot of crazy stuff happen to them. Like ladies got it super duper rough.
I learned this like for me, right, like when everything I do, because I personally don't really like meeting new people. I get nervous meeting new friends. And honestly, over the past 6 months, I've only been meeting incredible people. Like once I really solidify, okay, this is what I want around me. This is who I want around me. These are the type of people I want around me. I've been meeting amazing people, whether that be streaming, friends, or whatever. And it's just the fact is, when it comes to meeting anybody new, one, you got to know why are you around them? Why are you attracted to them? Why do you want to talk to them? And it's the same thing with women.
Your intention, what's your intention?
What are my intentions? Where do I see this going? Where do I want this to go? And how am I going to get there? And with new people, whether that be in content creation, whether that be friendships, whether that be a girl, there's a certain rapport you have to build with that person before you expect to get what you want.
Yeah, you can't.
So if I hop in your DM, exactly. So out the gate, I can't say, "Oh, you so beautiful, you so pretty. I want to do this for you. I want to do that." When you trying to get fluid,
that's a love. That's a love bomb. No, that's a love bomb.
Love bomb.
Love bomb. Nah, don't do that.
Exactly. Right. You have to be like, "Yo, that's kind of dope. I like that. Like, what do you like about this?" Like, have regular conversation. Treat them regular. Have regular conversation. Everybody has intentions. I don't care what nobody says. Whether it's my intention to be your friend, whether it's my intention to have you be my girl, whether this, whether that.
Even
when I meet you, I have intentions.
I have intentions. Yeah. Everybody has their intentions. Whether you're gonna be honest or not about it or not, that's the thing.
Everybody has their intentions, and it's not necessarily bad to have intentions. It's just, are your intentions themselves good or bad? Like, for a lot of my streaming friends, I intended, I want to collab with you, but I'm not trying to be on no clout chasing, or anything like that, and I don't want them to perceive me that way.
Right.
So, the way I go about it is I support. I say what's up. I talk. I conversate, and then when we get close enough, then I can ask you, for what I want to do.
Then I can ask for you.
If you say yes,
but you got
and if you say yes or no, exactly, you can't do that out the gate. And it's the same thing with women. You hop in the DMs.
If you crazy. Do that, because I keep it small out the gate. I know, like, yo, can I ask you a question, right? A random question, right? And they be like, yeah, sure. And I'll ask whatever I'm researching. It can be I'm researching dating. I'm researching what are you really looking for? What are your passion? But I normally ask them that question, right? And they normally take their time to respond to it, whether it's a day or two, because I jumped in that space, and they respond to it, and I be looking like, oh, snap. I reply 2 or 3 times, and I be like, thank you, I appreciate that, and then I go about my business. I don't
go about your business.
I don't hawk them down. I don't try to be like, yo, what are you doing Friday? I just go about my business.
But here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. When dudes do that out of the gate and anything that they do, not even just hopping in DMs, not even just treating it regular, they do it with their intentions hidden, with the hidden agenda. The way you do it is different because they know your intentions out of the gate. It's different when people know your intentions out of the gate, because then, right then and there, even though no rapport has been built, they can decide for themselves, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Because they know your intentions. Hey, I'm researching this topic. I just want to ask you a question. no wild stuff. I need your honest opinion. Then you can go about your day, right?
Right.
Immediately, the intent is stated. Immediately, right? So that's why it's different for you. But when it comes to like courting women, because nobody wants to court anybody anymore. It's instant gratification. It's microwave blessings. I say what's up at 1 a.m. and by 2 a.m. I'm trying to GTD. You know what that is.
Come on, Tommy.
Get the draws. Get the draws. By 1 o'clock, I have the DMs. By 2, I'm trying to GTD.
I'm trying to ask you, are you? Can I come over? Or are you trying to come over?
What's good? I'm trying high sneaky link a little
man, guys ain't shit,
booty
man.
go.
That ain't shit, man.
Like, we not. But like, you know, that's kind of how it is. Like nowadays, because the dating standards have changed.
Right.
Standards have completely changed. So it's like I'm in your DMs, like treat her regular, okay, conversate. She like your conversation, maybe y'all can become friends. There's nothing wrong with becoming a woman's friend. Now, if you have intentions of getting with that woman, she is not your friend. Y'all cool. Y'all cool.
Love interest.
If you exactly. Now, if you don't have any intentions of making her yours, you can call her your friend.
Right.
And I don't care what nobody said. I got a bunch of bad female friends. I find so many different women attractive. But the fact of the matter is, it's you be having self-control. Okay, I got a girl. I'm not gonna try and get with any of my female friends, even though they bad.
Even though they bad, yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how it is. And it's like a good amount of recent female friends I've made, it was not with the intentions of getting with her one day. It was, hey, you dope, you cool, I like your vibe, you like you'd be cool to talk to, like what's up? And
I see it the same
like
way.
that.
And I'm single, and I see it the same way. Like, oh, you seem like a good spirit. You seem cool.
Yeah.
You got a really good job. You can get the plane tickets for the low. Like you're solid friends. So that's cool. I don't see you in a romantic light. But some other girls, it's like, oh, this person actually maybe that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Maybe that. Like I may be interested in pursuing this in a romantic light. But that's just based off of how the conversation goes. Like
the
vibe and the charisma and everything.
Treat her regular and you never go wrong.
It's there, but like you can't go wrong with initially treating them regular, and then start. Because, oh damn! Look, you look really good later on. But if you lead with, you super
so
pretty. You so beautiful. I want to talk to
you. I'm trying to hit it from the back. I wonder how far you can arch that. Like no.
I want to see your ankles behind your head. If you lead with that, they're gonna be like, you disrespectful motherfucker, and then X you out, because girls get stopped on the train, they get hollered at work, they get hollered at on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at the market.
Women have it the hardest.
It's
like
rough. It's rough out here.
Like
in the streets.
I couldn't make it as a woman. Women have it the hardest, but it's times that women throw that in men's face. And it's like, oh, you don't got to deal with this. You don't got to deal with that. And it's like, yo, I know, but you don't gotta use that as a weapon against you. You get what I mean?
I don't have to deal with
it. And it's but like back to the like treating her regular, it's just whether you intend to be a friend or be a boyfriend eventually, treat them regular, chat them up with conversation of substance. So you actually get to know the person, and they get to know you.
I got a question for you, right? So what are some common approaches and strategies that guys use to initiate conversation and pique her interest? Like, I know you've been out the game for like 3 years.
I've been out
but okay. So, you know, you be with your boys, you be with your coworkers, and
one question. Can I say the N word?
Go ahead, man. You can say
the N word. I'm a shy nigga. All right.
I was gonna ask you the type of guy you is later on, but go ahead.
I'm a shy nigga. Like when I first get to know people, I'm kind of shy, and as I get to trust you more and talk to you, then you get to see who I am, right? So in both of my relationships, it's been with women I already knew,
right?
Okay. Well, the first one, I already knew my intentions. She already knew my intentions. And we still became friends and then got together because that's the way I like to do it. I dive head first in the friend zone and come out victorious.
Reckless, but
that's
you are the man that
I'm
missed
2
for
2. I'm 2 for 2. I'm betting 1,000.
Okay.
So for me, I'm naturally shy. So both of the women I've been with have been women I already knew. We were already cool, and it went from there.
He shot like that Titan off Attack on Titan with the shoulder.
With the shoulder.
No.
No, you know. But for me, it's simple. Like you can't appear like you have an alternative motive, even if you do. Because automatically, if you approach a random woman, the first thing she's thinking is, what does nigga want?
He's trying to fuck. That's the first thing.
So the way it is it's, and not to be like on a creep tip, it's like you do a mini stakeout, right? Mm-hmm. So if she in the gym and you see her, okay, one, obviously she like physical fitness. If she's not fit yet and she's in the gym, then maybe, just maybe, she's trying to get herself right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So using the gym approach, you've been going to the gym or you new to the gym. Either way, it doesn't matter. You pop over to her like, hey, like, do you know how to use like this machine right here? Maybe you even already know, right? Yeah, and then from there, she may help you out. Like, oh, you do this, and you're like, okay, like, you know, you make a little small joke. The small joke is your end, and make it as corny as possible. Because believe it or not, women love corny jokes. I swear.
That's crazy.
I swear.
I'm about to reach a whole book of corny jokes.
Either they're gonna hate it or they're gonna love it. But the fact of the matter is, it's corny and it got a reaction out of her. That's all that matters.
Actually,
from the corny joke.
Jazz just gave me a corny joke the other day, like last night. She said, when you message a girl, ask her like, "Yo, like, are we related? Like, did I see you at the family reunion?" And when they reply like, "I'm not sure," I'm like, "Nah, we're not related. I just wanted, can I get you to respond? Hi, what's up? I'm Twan, baby." Yeah,
like, what's up? Yeah, you know. And it's like from that corny joke, or like if you say something just like funny, like, "Yo, like, dang, I feel like this," or "Dang, like, my knee's already cracking," and she might. Like, as long as she react, even if it's not like a big laugh or whatever, as long as she react, you be like, "Hey, you know, thank you, much appreciated. My name's this. You know, if you don't mind, like, what's your name?" And if she tell you her name,
you good.
Talk to her. You know, like,
just remember it, because every time you see her in the gym from now on, now you could say, "Hey, Veronica."
Exactly, because it's that repetition. Like, "Hey, what's up?" And then after you build up enough, like of a you know, standing with her, it's like dating sims. After you did build up a certain standing, you can ask them on a date, right? And it's just like it's simple, and it's like as guys, and sometimes with women, because sometimes women can shoot a shot too, rarely, but you complicate it, and it's like it's a simple formula. Find a way in, talk to her, get to know her just enough for you to be able to ask her.
But don't stay too long though, because some guys be talking too long and overstay that welcome and be fucking up the game. Like,
and that leads me to my next point. The next point is and it's proven. Most of your communication is done non-verbal.
Okay.
So you'll get body cues and hints for when people are attempting to leave the conversation.
That's a fact.
So when I say, all right, you know, the moment I say all right, or like, oh, and you see my body like start to turn, it's because I'm about to leave the conversation.
I'm about to get out of here.
And so I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it was cool. It was nice talking to you. And then boom. Or she said, oh, okay, like it's certain ways that she enunciates her words, her diction.
Or you know, the conversation start get short.
The way the conversation gets really short, very short answers. Short answers already mean like, all right, yeah, she's checking out. I'm gonna say, all right, I see you.
I get up with
because if you stay too long, when she sees you, she's not gonna want to talk to you that much. But if you keep it short and not weird, she's more likely to talk to you. But sometimes she'll see you first and be like, oh, hey, what's up? And then you're good.
So you gotta keep it short with her. You gotta be like, oh, all right, I gotta get up with you,
bro. It's been 2 separate occasions where after I conversated with a woman, granted I'm in a relationship, where I realized after the fact, hold up, she was flirting with me. In the back of my head, I'm like, I could have got the number. Not that I would have got the number, but it's just like, I kind of pat myself.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
Yeah, this is crazy, because it's like I'm not used to women finding me like attractive, you know. And it's like, for me, I don't really pick up on when a woman is flirting with me until after the conversation's over.
So I would say this. when you're in a relationship, it's kind of when you're in a relationship is a bit easier to talk to women because you always around women. Whether that's your girl, you don't really have the pressure of like I need to find somebody that I can put the wood on or whatever or be with.
Oh, facts.
But like when you're single, I know guys feel like immense pressure like from society or whatever. Like I need to find something or bag something. So like they overstay their welcome. You know, they not regular. They don't treat them like they regular. They overcommit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, it looks very creepy and it's messy. You know, it's creepy, it's messy, and it's awkward. Yeah. And like you do when they see you in the gym, they duck.
No. Let me move to the barbells. Like,
right.
Let me wear a different color. Let me style my hair differently. So he don't recognize me.
They're avoiding your dumb ass. And it's like, yo, what the fuck did happen? It's like sometimes you was too pressed. And that's why you hear a lot of dating coaches be like, yo, you gotta, you know, get up on these hoes or be abundant with it. You know, don't commit to this one person.
Because
so you won't be as pressed.
Too much.
You'll be pressed as a motherfucker.
If you got a whole roster already to the side from, not saying that that's great, but if you already got multiple people that you're talking to, you're not pressed over one more than the other. So you can act normal around all of them. And if one starts to show interest, then you just go with her. But the way it is, you can literally start a conversation with somebody over anything if you have similar interests. It's all in the way you do it. You can't look too weird. And a majority of the time,
have similar interests, you can still start a conversation. If you can learn something,
it's just easier
if they teach you.
It's just easier. And honestly, having them teach you is a good way too. Like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Like, can you show me? Oh, I'm Kevin, by the way. What's your name? Mm-hmm. Because you don't want to, you know, it's like, you know, I just, you know, ask because like, you know, I feel like it'll be weird, you know, just, you know, not saying your name or whatever, you know, and you don't have to over explain that, but it's just simple. Like, right. You know, but it's just the fact that a lot of times the guy shoots himself in the foot before you even start.
That's a fact.
So it's like, if your approach is, now sometimes you can recover from a bad approach, but if it's majority of the time, her decision's already made when you approach.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Like
you already
immediately.
Fucked up with the rep. Yep.
So it's like, okay, you see she in the comics, you see she cosplays. Oh, I like your cosplay. Is that your favorite character? Yeah. Oh, I watched that show too. My favorite is this, right?
It's this, yeah.
And you keep it short. Like, okay, you know, I see you later or whatever. And if you happen to see them again, then immediately you may, oh, hey, what's up? I saw you earlier. Boom. And you may have a little conversation.
It's a thing for that. It's a thing for that.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of the way it is. So it's like you build up little bit by little bit. Okay,
it's called the long
Tower
game.
Of Babylon.
It's called the long game, and that's what Tay
like,
told me. He showed me
best thing to play.
And ever since he told me that, and back in 2019, and I was like, man, there may be some validity to that, and I put it into practice. I'm looking like, bro, there's really some real validity in the long game. And thinking back, right?
Of course.
Thinking about at TV shows and just how relationships was before, you know, the invention of the internet and dating sites and stuff like that. That's kind of how people got in relationships. They played the long game. They built a rapport.
That's right.
But like nowadays, things are just moving so fast. Like this relationships and everything get moved so fast. It's from like the moment you inbox them, you're trying to get the cheeks at 1:30. You know, people miss out on that building a rapport thing, you know, talking and conversating. So conversation skills suck. I know guys' conversations was kind of suck because they want to go right for the ass. And there's girls, they like, what do you have to offer? So they more like, I'm the interviewer and you the interviewee. What you got to offer the company? And like,
why should I hire you?
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So what I want, another question I want to ask you, right, is like, what game would you teach the ladies to better navigate out here? Just in terms of one, building romantic relationships, because you know a lot of girls' major goal is to be married and start a family, and then the other one, just having genuine friendships with men, because it's just for most girls it's a lot easier to be friends with men than
it is for guys to be friends with.
No, it's just
then to be friends with other girls.
Yeah. Like,
it's a lot of mean girls out here.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because a lot of my female friends say the same thing. It's easier being friends with guys because, like, you see what you're getting.
We be chilling though.
Like we be chilling, but it's just like when women have friendships with guys, this is face value. You know me because I'm putting it out on the table. I don't want to be with you. You don't want to be with me. So I can be 100% honest with you, right? But with women, what I found is that you could literally be out here, okay? And one of my friends told me this, okay? My Nikki Nana, right? I got
shout out to Nikki. Yeah, shout out to Nikki with the rat faces, with the rat bar faces.
That's my homie. And my friend Moon Mizuki Daily, you know, she's another homie for real. But the one thing is that it's like you find since you're a streamer, you find a lot of mean girls, right? So you could literally be out here supporting somebody, okay, putting them on, and not know that they dirty talking you behind your back.
That's a fact.
And that happens so much with women, which is why women be like, yeah, like I hang with guys because less drama, and people be making the joke like, nah, we know why you hang with more guys, but it's like, no, like she hangs with more guys because this is genuine friendship and she getting that at face value. But with women, they gotta worry so much, like who talking behind their back. I don't want to be looking silly out here supporting you, telling you how much I love you, and you dogging me behind my back. You dragging me in the group chat, like sending screenshots. Like, look at this right here. Like,
talking about my track slipping. I got the bad. I had that bad weave that on that one day. You talking about my bad weave?
Like, sending pictures, taking pictures secretly when we together, like sending it to the group chat. Like, look at this right here, snaking me. And that happens with women so much. Like, dudes get jealous too, but women, bruh, it's crazy.
It's dog out there on that side.
But repeat the question right quick so I can answer this fully.
The question is, what game would you teach women to better navigate out here in terms of building romantic relationships and genuine friendships with men?
Okay. So the first part of this question I'm gonna answer. This goes for everybody. You can't be out here trying to speed run relationships. It don't work that way. You can't, because women like out here like, I'm trying to find a husband, and you scare them off. You put the shotgun to them year and a half in. And some dudes be ready by year one because they really in love or whatever. But I, for one, feel like it takes time for you to.
I'm not trying to hear that when I shake your hand. When I first shake your hand, I'm not trying to hear that. I want a husband. I'm looking like
I want a husband. I want 2 kids.
Pew.
I want to escalate. Like, I don't want to work no more. Like, but for real. But the way it is, right? It's like you can't be out here trying to speed run relationship. And the fact of the matter is, I, for one, feel like you're constantly getting to know your partner. You always find something new. You never 100% fully get to know somebody ever.
Facts.
You're constantly learning new things about people. Like, dang, I didn't know you like this. I didn't know you did this. I didn't know this happened to you in the past. I didn't know you don't like this family member. Like, I didn't know that, you like pistachio ice cream. I didn't know you hate mint chocolate chip. Like, you find from the smallest to the biggest thing, you're constantly learning about everybody in your life, whether that's family, friends, significant others. You're constantly getting to know people every single day. You'll never fully 100% learn somebody ever. So you can't be out here trying to speed run relationships. Take your time, learn the game, have multiple save files in case you mess up, and that's the analogy for know what to do if you mess up. Like, if you got to go back and tell somebody like, yo, my bad or whatever,
and
like,
take the charge.
It's just how it is, and take the charge. Now, as far as women go, you try not to trauma dump because that'll scare a nigga off.
Yeah.
Honestly, hold off from talking about your ex as long as you can. Which is gonna lead into the next thing I'm gonna say, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna say something about it. But try not to talk too much about your ex, because as guys we take a note. Period.
Right.
Don't say nothing to me about your ex. Really, I want to know about you. You know about me. I'm not saying don't tell him about your past, but you can't just spew it all out. You gotta let that roll it in waves. Like you playing zombies. You gotta roll it in waves, and see how things go and how he reacts to certain things.
This is true.
And the same thing with guys. Like nobody really wants to hear about your ex. There's ways to compare your current or the person that you're dating or have an interest in. There's ways to compare him without mentioning your ex. Like, oh, this is the best place I've ever been. Automatically, that says this is the best place I've ever been ever out of anybody I ever dated. Right. So you're comparing them to your past without actually even needing to bring them niggas up. Same thing with sex. Dang, you killed it. This is the best ever. Now he may say, oh, even better than your ex. Obviously, nigga, I just said you the best ever. Right. So there's ways you can compare people without actually having to mention the other person. It's like having a Venn diagram but not having the other half. Like that's the really way profound. You look at it. And really there's different ways you can look at certain things. Get to know him and get to know like his family, because you can tell a lot about a man. I know everybody didn't heard this, but you can tell a lot about a man and how he treats women based off how he treats the women in his family and the women around him. If he treat them dirty, if he dog them, he can do the same thing to you. That's facts. So that's the way you really want to look at certain things. Is you get to know people honestly a lot more by who they have around and how they treat those around them, more than when you're by yourself with him, because he can treat you like a princess when y'all alone. Crap, my battery getting low. Hold on, okay, we good. So he can treat you like a princess when y'all alone, but when he around everybody else, how does he react? What does he do? Does he get the groceries himself? Does he get out the car and pump the gas, even though it's your car?
We're gonna get into. I'm gonna have to mention that for another pod.
But but what I'm gonna say is matter of fact, Twan, let me see what you're gonna say, and then maybe I'll say what I'm about to say.
What game can you teach? Can I teach ladies out here to better navigate out here in terms of romantic relationships and genuine friendships with men? Yeah. I think the first thing is like get yourself a guy coach, like that will just really teach you the game, because like a lot of times men and women be saying the same thing, but they use two different languages. It's like one person is speaking English and the other person is speaking, well, not even English. One person is speaking Spanish and then the other person is speaking Italian. And it's like, some words are close to the same, but are different, right? So like getting yourself a guy coach that can kind of translate, what a guy intentions is and what he mean by it and what he was trying to do, it can help, especially if you got that guy friend, if she had that guy friend that is not interested in her romantically, like he have no reason to lie to you, one, baby girl. Right. And like you get a coach that you can hit up anytime. Yo, he sent me this. What does this mean? And like, oh, he just mean that you're straight. Oh, what should I do? He said he did this to me. What should I do? Like, you should just hold it down. Or like, oh, he said that. You should put pressure on him. Pressure him. Say this. You feel me? Yeah. Like, oh, should I shoot my shot at this guy or should I just let it ride? Like, fuck it. Shoot your shot at that. You can't lose. Yeah. Like get yourself a guy coach that you can like bounce questions off, because girls go to other girls like, yo, he did this. What does this mean? Does this mean that he liked me, or does it mean that he just was polite? Right? You asking the wrong person, because they don't even know. But if you ask a guy like, oh, he did this, does it mean that he liked me, or does that mean that he was just being nice? Like, no, sis, that means he liked you. Like, he want to put your ankles behind your head. You need to say something to him about that, right? Yeah. So, like, and then for guys, like, the reason why I learned so much and I know so much is, like, I got girl coaches that's, like, around my age. And also, I talk to my female family members, my grandmother, my foster mother, and etc. Yeah. And I asked them questions. Like, I like, oh, shorty did this, or this happened to me, or what would you do? And they give me good advice. You feel me? Yeah. So like that's great. And I was talking to a group of ladies out back, right? We had these parties out back at time. And they said that, and they older, like they 40, 50, 60, right? They said that they have received the best advice in terms of dating in their lives from men, from the opposite sex. And that's it. And they was like, if we recommend anything to girls nowadays, it's like to have yourself a guy, a friend that's the opposite sex from you. And I was like, damn, that's kind of fire. So
yeah,
I would say, in terms of like how to navigate out here, and then like you just be real with your intentions. Like if you want a nigga to be a friend, a guy to be a friend, then be like, yo, I just only see you as a friend, and like be real rap raw with him. You would never hit da. This is how I see you. If you want to ride with me and be my friend, cool. But if you want to evaporate and get up on some other hoes, then do that.
I get it. Yeah,
I get it. Or if you looking for something romantic, you don't have to drop the I want to get married in a year and have a coupe and have 2 dogs in the house. But if you all you gotta do is say like I'm looking for something romantic, you feel me? Or I'm looking for a relationship. And if a person say, oh yeah, I'm cool with that, I'm kind of looking for the same, or you know what, I'm not really looking for a relationship. Okay, you made your intentions known from out the gate. You don't have to go into details about your intentions being marriage in 3 months or 6 months, because that just chase guys off. They dip off like this too much pressure or she's serious. So that's just my thing. The question I was going to ask you, right? Well, what's your response to that? Go ahead.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna be, because when you said that, I was like, yeah. Because the thing is, honestly, and I'm gonna be real. And another thing I'm gonna say is, one, don't date nobody in the workplace, right? Here's the thing. As a guy, all right. I watch this one anime called Fruits Basket, and one of my favorite characters is a grimy nigga named Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
Okay. Now, as a guy, I know how guys are. We dogs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Now me, I'm domesticated. I'm different.
But all dogs go to heaven though, so
all dogs do go to heaven. Love it. But the point I'm trying to get to is, it really be niggas out here. They get what they want, and then they coach their homie how to get with you. And then when he done with you, he coach his homie how to get with you. And the whole time, you don't even know that they know each other.
They all homies, yeah.
They all homies.
I'm not with it, but it happens.
A whole circle of friends. It's grimy. And it happens typically to women that try and date dudes that they work with. I've seen it.
You got to be
careful. So it's like the one thing you got to make sure is, one, your male friends will put you on game. They will, because it really do be dudes out here that's just trying to crack, and he like, yo, she look good. I'm trying to see what that's like. And then you see what that's like, and you're like, yo, she good. Yo, you want me to put you D? Like, dudes be grimy like that. And women will do that too. Because if they hit a dude and they like, oh, he got that good, and the next thing you know, she done told her friend approached you and all that, and you done ran through her whole friend group and didn't even know it because she said you got that good team. Like, it's a really dirty game out here, and dudes really be coaching their homies on how to get with you, and women really be coaching they girls on how to get with you. You seen Two can play that game?
Hey, that was a good movie. But
like you seen Booty Call? They got movies on this.
Right, they don't be thinking those movies, stuff that be happening in those movies be real, but the scripts and the stuff and the situation in the movies is based off of reality, like real life situations. And like the more movies you watch, like the more stuff that you watch, a lot of times this stuff is based off of people experiences, right? And like the same way they say it's nothing new under the sun is really nothing new under the sun.
Literally nothing new under the sun.
So like if you're looking for the information or you're looking for the situation, it probably already happened already, and you can find it somewhere. So like just be privy of it. You'll learn a lot of your lessons without making the mistakes. But this gonna be the last question. This is gonna be the last question for the pod. But we most definitely got to do a part 3 of this joint. Probably with some more homies, because this shit is crazy. What are some green flags do you think ladies should look for men our age? You know, the above 20 to 30, because they talk about the red flags. If the nigga drive,
they don't talk about the greens.
If a nigga drive a Charger, he ain't shit, or the Honda Accord Coupe, he ain't shit.
Okay.
If he put his phone face down, he cheating, and you know how it is.
Okay. One, how he treats his mother or any elderly figure. Honestly, anybody, any of his elders, how he treat his mother, how he treat any woman. You know, if he treat her well, he treat his moms well. He makes sure everything good at home. You see how he treat his little sister, his cousins, the mother of the church. You know, like seeing how he treats the opposite sex. He treats them well. That's a green flag.
Sign that boy.
If he may not have a bunch of money, but he makes sure his bills is paid. Green flag. Because that just shows you that one, he not gonna have you out here struggling. And if even he can't take you to Ruth's Chris, but at least that car note, that insurance, and that rent is paid. So you got a place over your head. He can budget
real good. That's hard.
He can budget real good. He may not have it how he wanna have it, but he still take care of his responsibilities.
He can freak the market list. Hey.
Exactly. You know, he's well informed. Okay. Because you can't be with nobody that don't know what's going on. He's well informed. You see how he is on his job. You know, whether he's slacking off or he's taking his job seriously. Or you see that, you know, how he handles problems in the first place. If he's not a critical thinker, you do not want to be with him, because that shows that if y'all in a bond and y'all marriage or whatever, how is he gonna think the way out? Another, is he a good leader? Because a woman is not gonna fall behind a dude that doesn't know how to lead.
This is
if you true. Can't lead me, how am I supposed to be like? Because I'm like, I was watching the Crew season.
Oh, you been watching the Crew season?
Yeah, you got me on that. But the one thing that is true that I find is that women have absolutely no problem being submissive. Most women,
right?
Do not have a problem being submissive. But I'm not gonna submit myself to somebody that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Like if you don't know what you're doing, you know, how am I supposed to follow you? How am I supposed to trust you? How am I supposed to feel comfortable letting you take the reins? Because when I fall in line with you, like we doing what you decide, my guy. You're the conductor of this train. Because the way it is that, you know, and how personally I feel like it's supposed to be, is that the woman, you know, is on the kid. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the man isn't involved, but the woman, you know, prepares that house, my G. She got the house in line. So when you out here doing what you need to do to make sure everybody else is taken care of, she already got your house in line and everybody's moving as a unit. So it's you, her, kids, and maybe little Toto. You know, like
I say that I was talking to Miguel about this like yesterday. I say the ladies often choose their destination. You know, they often pick the destination of where the destination is going to be at. So if they say that,
shout out Miguel, he dope with the photography. If your name dropping, you gotta shout him. You know,
photography. Oh yeah, dope. shout out Miguel, the analog guy, the broskies for sure. Yeah. But I was telling them that guys, I said ladies normally pick the destination. Like if the destination Felt's point, they pick the destination, and you as the guy, you are the driver, right? So you can pick the scenic route to get to the destination, or you can pick the quickest route, right? But it's your job to get there. And a lot of times ladies nowadays, of course, they have an issue. Like they constantly question guys over and over again, like why are you taking this way? Are you sure you're doing this? We taking forever to get there. They question them, and then when you say like, okay, do you want to lead? They be like, nah, like I don't want to lead. But they constantly
trust me that I'm
pestering, and they constantly pester and like test you over and over and over again. And like you as a guy, because all women say they want a guy who's assertive, you gotta have enough mental fortitude. Like, yo, I'm choosing the scenic route for this reason. I'm choosing the scenic route because we can experience it more and make more moments that route. Yeah. But I'm choosing the fast route, the quickest route, because like the moment we get this task done, we're going to start on another task. But if we all going to the same destination that you set. You feel me? That you said you want to have a house and have kids and be married. That's the destination that you set. So it's my job to lead us there in one way. Get us there. So,
but you gotta trust me to get you. You gotta trust me to get us there.
Right. And like sometimes, like I said, with the shotgun, after 3 years, girls be like, "What are we?" And then a lot of times they be ready to leave. They be ready to leave. Right. After 3 years, they be like, I don't want to waste my time. They always say, I don't want to waste my time. I'm about to leave. They say, I don't want to waste my time. And then you as a guy to be like, so what are you going to do? Are you going to leave me and then get with another guy who's hopefully his timetable is a lot faster, or do 3 years with another guy who's faster and then ask him the same question? Like, what are you going to do? Or are you going to continue to have faith and ride with me? Because we already got 3 years in the game. And like, no girl is going to say, yeah, I'm going to leave you and start over, restart the process over with a new guy. They're not going to say that. Yeah. But they're thinking it. What they happen to do, they happen to think it and actually do it. Yeah. They cancel cancel you, start the process over again, and it's like a revolving door. You feel me? Yeah. Because it's my job to lead us. I got to listen to what you're saying. Like, oh, she want to do this, this, and this. I got to start putting the tools and stuff in place to get everything done as I feel it need to be done. Like, what's the priorities? It can be that's facts. What the last shorty was like, she wanted to be married, she wanted to have a house, and she wanted to have a kid. She wanted to have kids, right? My like in my mind, I'm thinking like the priority, the biggest thing to really tackle is the house. That's like the biggest thing to tackle, because you can get married and like easy. You can easily get married like easy. You can easily have the kids easy, but the buy the house thing is difficult because you got to get your credit right. You got to make sure her credit right. You got to save up money. Like, and as a guy our age, we are both 28. We not making over. I'm 27. You 27. I'm 28. Yeah, we're not making over $35,000 a year. So it's like not yet. No, not yet. You know, as we get older, we make more money. So we just trying to get out the mud from where we at, right? And not make too many mistakes right now. So it's like, damn, like, okay, I really gotta like take advantage of all the resources I have at the disposal, because I'm doing this for her. Like, you're essentially doing that for your girl. You know, you want to get her to that destination that she want to be at. But sometimes they don't be understanding. They be like, man, you should let me do that. And it's like, yo, you letting me lead or you want to lead? She be like, I don't want to lead. Then let me lead. And it's like, I don't like your timetable. You moving a little bit too slow. I want to go to Long Beach. Okay, you go to Long Beach and then you don't get no championship down there. So it's crazy, kid. You got to be careful out in these streets.
Like it's you know, it's different things to look for real. But if I had to narrow it down, the top 3, one, is he a good leader? If he's a good leader, if he knows what he wants, that's a green flag. How does he treat women?
That's a green flag.
If he treats women great, green flag. And does he handle his responsibilities? May not be the richest dude, but all his bills paid. He don't want for nothing. And, you know, he's not in like dire straits trying to figure out how you're going to pay the next bill. And a little bonus fourth is he got to be a critical thinker. If he's not a problem solver, why are you with him? Because problems are going to come up.
I say if he leads with honesty, like if he lead with honesty or his flaws or what he did wrong in the situation, that's a green flag, because that shows that he's a human. He's not trying to be perfect. He's not trying to be, biting a bat in 1,000. He willing to admit, like, yeah, I fucked up that time, or I got fired from my job because I did some shit. Like, dang, like you just volunteered that information to me off the rip. Like, yeah, I volunteered that information to you off the rip because I want you to know that I make mistakes. Trust me. Yeah, I make mistakes and I'm human. That's a green flag. That's a huge green flag, like there.
Definitely being able to admit when you're wrong, when you messed up, because it just kind of shows her that she can trust you, you know, to come to her, like, and honestly, like, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry.
It makes you human.
And Yeah, and it opens up the door for her to be like, okay, like, I messed up too, or when she's wrong, because it's like guys a lot of times fear things being thrown in their face. Mm-hmm. So for me to tell you I was wrong and for you to not throw it in my face, like that's a win for both of us, because I feel like I can come to you when I'm wrong and not get it thrown in my face, and you feel like I can come to you and tell you when I'm wrong. But in turn, that also means that, you're not throwing my mess ups in my face. So that means you can come to me and tell me when you're wrong. And I'm not going to throw it in your face. We're going to learn together. We're going to get this right. But that's like definitely a green flag. But I'm going to drop this nugget. And whether we talk about this now or later, it's up to you. Women, back to what I said earlier about not talking about your ex too much. Because we talked about this earlier a little bit. When you talk about your ex and everything that the new guy's doing that the ex wasn't, shorty.
Oh man,
shorty. The next standard, honestly, is just to be a little bit better than the past.
That's a fact.
The more you talk about it, so it's like I don't gotta buy you this diamond necklace and get you a Birkin. He got you a Michael Kors, so all I got to do is get you a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci. Bet.
It's not even that. It's not even that. He got you the 4 for 4. All I gotta do is take you to get the 2 for 20.
Yeah, he got you the 4 for 4. I'm buying Whoppers, baby. What's good? I'm taking you to Chick-fil-A. Get that Cobb salad. Like, damn. The way it is, yo, is the more you talk about your ex and what he didn't do, the more the other guys taking notes about all he really has to do to stay in your good graces. So all I have to do, and remember, in this day and age, nobody has standards. Standards are out the window with this generation. It's very few people that have standards. Okay, like what a standards at? Because honestly,
actually,
women out here,
we're gonna talk about next part. Where the standards?
Yeah, we're talking about the next part. But the next part is where the standards at. But I'm just gonna leave that nugget. Like, the more you talk about your ex, the standards at that point is just to be a little bit better than that nigga, and I'm good.
It's like the best way I can put it is like, if it's a zombie apocalypse or you being chased by a dog, you don't have to be the fastest person. You don't have to be in the head of the line, which is where your real expectation is, your laundry list of what a guy should be. All you gotta do is not be the guy in the back, because the guy in the back is going to get bit by a dog or going to get eaten by the zombie, or
clip the nigga in front of you. Throw the other nigga in front of you under the bus.
guys be doing that. They do that. Yo, he been talking to 8 other females.
He eat the butt, right? Well, then again, eating butt in this day and age is a requirement. So you say, he don't eat the butt, right? But I do.
All you gotta do is he what they don't be messing with, like he used to be DL.
Oh, he got the bumps on his lip.
Oh man, like, she'll get him out of there early.
Quick.
Or my favorite one nowadays. He listened to Kevin Samuels. Like,
yo. Oh, he must be misogynistic. Like,
done.
Got him. Like, it's. I'm gonna be real. Like, this is the very last thing I'm gonna say. When it comes to guys courting women and there's multiple guys courting them, like I say, don't objectify women at all. That's horrible. But the way it is when it comes to guys and like girls that have their roster, like it's like boxing standings. I just gotta beat the dude that's in front of me to get a chance at the championship. Mm-hmm. Like I just gotta work my way up the rankings. Throw this nigga under the bus. Oh, he eat the butt. Oh, he got the bumps on his lip. Oh, he beat on his ex-girlfriend. Next thing you know, boop, 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 boop.
Dude, it's like
number one contender.
Like Mortal Kombat, guy get X'd out and then
yeah, yo, come up. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's how it is. So the standard is only really just above the guy that was before you. And at any moment, guys, just like this for the homies. At any moment, even if she is your girl, because if you nowadays, even marriage don't even really mean nothing. We got a 50% divorce rate, cuz.
So nowadays, I think it's probably higher than
that. Did it go up? Because last time I looked at it, it was like 50.
I think it's higher than that.
50 and above. It's 50 and 9 times out of 10. Basically, what I'm saying is, had more than one out of two.
I think it's more like 60, between 60 and 80 or something like that. It's like
super, so basically, if 10 people get married, 5 to 6 or maybe even 7 of them people gonna get divorced anyway. So honestly, nowadays, nobody's really caring about marriage. So at any moment, fellas, whether you be a suitor, whether you already be her boyfriend, whether you be her husband, unfortunately, as I hate to say it, you never know when you can get X'd out. At any time, somebody can take your spot.
Evaporated.
Evaporated.
You got to be careful out here in these streets, man. I can't wait to bring the real relationships back, man. That's why I'm glad. Man. That's why I'm gonna end on this. I'm glad my man Kev, and shout out to the nigga Val, shout out to the homie Val. I'm glad they in the relationships, man. Y'all don't want to come back out here in these streets. These streets are crazy out here. These streets are crazy out here, and like to my guys that got a lot going for them. Like y'all got a lot of potential and y'all got a lot going for them. Y'all only still in your 20s. We only still in our 20s. We got a lot more ground to cover. And I could see us being either wealthy or rich or really happy in the next 10 years, 15 years. You got to really move smart out here in like your relationships with women and your sex life. Like move very smart because like we all kind of like fruits and plants that haven't been picked yet, like haven't ripened yet, right? And like what you don't want to happen is somebody pick you early and you whatever size you are, you feel me? You haven't really reached your peak. You haven't really unlocked your full potential. We all kind of, if I was to say anime, we all kind of like Gohan when he first got to like Namek. Like, we haven't even had our potential unlocked yet, and we haven't even hit like Super Saiyan 1 or 2 yet. So, like, we got a lot more ground to cover. So, we just got to move smart out here for sure, stick together, and do the best we possibly can. Same thing for y'all ladies, man. Y'all got to try your best, man. Y'all really got to be honest, try your best, and don't be wilding, you feel me? But, all right, just relax, just calm down and relax, because I know there's a lot of pressure going into y'all 30s and like y'all just not there and where y'all want to be at in terms of relationship is concerned. So like sometimes like taking a step back and alleviating some of the pressure on yourself, y'all feel a little bit better. But that's all I got to say, man. That's the last thought I have. Kev, man, shout out your Instagram, where they can find you at, man. Let them hear it.
Well, at Instagram, you can find me at Blue Troll 22, BLU Troll 22. Ain't no E's in here. You can same tag it on Twitter. They call me Sir Bluesive the Stepdad. On Twitter. Don't ask me why I changed my name to that. But you can find me Blue Troll 22 on Twitter, and you can find me at Blue Troll 22 on Twitch. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I think Wednesday is we want those Smoke Wednesday. So like
we want Smoke Wednesdays.
So y'all might want to come through for that for sure. He always got a bunch of streamers and everything in the party, and it's super live. And then Wednesday, sometimes they do that split gate fight club where they run the fade, and they got they got the slugger, like little slugger. Yeah,
run up with the bets. Yeah, we did that last Wednesday. Yeah.
So he got dope content. He really like hitting the stride lately. I'm so proud of him. So please go and sub and check that out. And I guess that's the end of the show, man. We are out.
Yeah. Yo, Twan, I got a question, man. So if you had to pick between the good guy and the villain in the anime, like, who you fucking with, man? Like, be honest. Like, are you going with the good guy, or you fuck with the bad guy's ideals? Like, be honest with them.
Man, I'm fucking with the bad guys. They be spitting that real shit sometimes, but people just ignore them.
You right. I see your point.
People like my man's Lex Luthor, Geass Zero, Gyrule, Palpatine. Plus, they was cold as shit with their hands, and you know this.
All right. I feel you. You talk that shit.
All right then. Act like you know. Mother. Fans asking, can y'all give us that solo twine? With monologues, but put us all up on the song. Always know what's happening. Yeah. Read pictures with straight E's, there's no captions. The guy who make magic, the guy who show other guys his meaning of passion. Writing, rapping, anything you can think about. Mindset on the paper route. He said, no hero, you a sucker, bro, if you take him out. So I stopped there. This is not fair. Shit. I guess 2020 gon' be a hot year. Doing 20s on 2020s, that's not theirs. Keep on doing this music shit till I'm top tier. Do not fear, I will not freeze. I love cold weather, that's all me. Cold heart, cold smart, and cold cheese. Fans who been loving the music, thank for the compliments. Y'all praise boosting the confidence. Whispering slowly, inducing common sense. I pull the loo, I'm making moves right off the bench. The hop step, I'm going left and dropping 10. Now to the right, that's all night, do not pretend. I can make it, even Satan could not contend with him. Yeah, don't advise. Long tail short, I'm no hero. Young nigga building new zeros. Gold on gold like a pharaoh. Swan stay fly like a sparrow. Bad guys never get a mirror. Good guys never get the narrow. I think it's high time to compare those. Yeah, wouldn't spit it, bro, if it wasn't true. Better all tryna cop a coupe than loving some woman that's gonna plot on you. Never coddled you, using you for free rides and food. No hero, no hero, no hero, no hero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. No hero, no hero, no hero, no hero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. What I look like out here saving them. Twan still Twan, so don't play with him. Dirt about my lonely. Can't be spending all day with him. Gotta hit the bank, then bank and say the M's. So y'all think what y'all think it means to him. See, I think what y'all think is strange to him. Gotta get the bag. Despite who been getting mad. Even your friends will tell the feds. Yo, maintain your living. If they don't produce, then you did them. Used to joke, but now was no kidding. No slipping, no bitching, and no tripping. Fuck niggas who would say that you should just forgive them. Them niggas knew the moves before them niggas did it. They reaping what they sow. The whole time I'm drenched out with the glow. I'm showing up if you didn't know. When it's about time that these niggas know. Yeah, no hero, no hero, no hero, no hero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. No hero, no hero, no hero, no hero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. I'm feeling like Lex Luthor in Zero. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Alright, I feel you. I guess it's fuck Superman and stop dick riding Goku, right?
Yeah. So act like you know. Stop dick riding, please. No